Welcome to Motoring Monday for November 2nd, 2015. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. Today we've got special edition cars from Volkswagen and Scion and Acura. They finally came out with the specifications for their hot new NSX sports car. All that in our test drive. It's coming right up. At the SEMA show in Las Vegas this week, Volkswagen debuted the 2016 Jetta GLI Momo edition, adding a sense of style and exclusivity to the sedan. The limited edition Jetta sports aggressive 19-inch Momo Revenge mesh design alloy wheels, a design which hasn't been offered for nearly 30 years. It comes in two shades for the Jetta Momo edition, black and a matte anthracite. They have a nice offset for their look, so the face is concave a bit, which accentuates their 235 section Pirelli P0 tires. This Plus upgrade is expected to offer better handling on its own, but the car also gets H&R coilovers at all four corners and thicker anti-roll bars to boot. Those coilovers are adjustable so you can set your own ride height for handling or for looks, and backing up those visuals are some larger 14.4-inch Brembo cross-drilled front brakes with yellow calipers. At the rear it gets larger 12.2-inch rotors from the Golf R with matching yellow calipers, and sound is tapped up too with the stainless steel catback exhaust from Miltech Sport. The interior is full of special touches too, with a Momo GT50 Anniversario steering wheel with yellow trim details. That trim scheme continues to the doors and dash, as well as accent stitching on the seats and boots. An aftermarket touches the information display on the driver's side air vent from P3 cars. It can show turbo boost and exhaust gas temperature among other things, and has a 0 to 60 miles per hour timer. The car is also accessorized with lots of catalog extras too. That roof rack's included too. Pretty nuts, huh? Now, timing and pricing for the 2016 Jetta GLI Momo edition hasn't yet been announced, but count on it to cost more. At the SEMA show in Las Vegas, Scion unveiled their FR-S Release Series 2, the second installment of the special edition series for their rear-wheel drive sports car. Taking on a more upscale theme, the 2016 Scion FR-S Release Series 2.0 comes with luxurious appointments and premium features. And with just 1,000 vehicles available, it's the most exclusive Scion Release Series yet. Its cabin gets some heated seats in black Alcantara and leather with rich camel-colored accents. Camel trims flow along the doors, and the theme continues into the steering wheel shift knob and parking brake lever. Camel accent stitching is prominent throughout the interior, and embroidered on the dash insert is the Release Series badge, sequentially numbered from 1 to 1000. Additional touches include push-button start, automatic climate control, and HID headlights. Its special paint color is the latest off-white theme popular with the Japanese brands this year, this one called Lunar Storm. An aero body kit fills out the FR-S's flanks and is combined with unique 17-inch forged alloy wheels. The 2016 FR-S Release Series 2.0 will be available with either the 6-speed manual or the 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters. Pricing is a bit more than the Garden variety models, starting at $29,510. That new Scion Release Series FR-S 2.0 is going to be arriving at dealerships forthwith, so if you want one, I suggest you get on the phone right now, or you might not get your foot in the door. There's been a lot of teasing and a lot of waiting, and I mean a lot of teasing and waiting from Acura about their new NSX sports car, that this week they finally gave us the specifications. It's the spec sheet dreams are made of, a lightweight sports car with a mid-mounted twin-turbocharged V6 engine and a 9-speed dual-clutch transmission. Added into the mix is an electric motor at the crankshaft for more power, and at the front is a twin-motor unit with additional electric motors to add not only all-wheel drive with full torque vectoring ability, but those motors also throw down power to give you a zero-delay response to throttle inputs while the turbos catch their breath. And when it all comes together, the 2017 Acura NSX has a total estimated system peak output of 573 horsepower. That's 500 horsepower from the twin-turbo V6 and 73 horsepower from its electric motors up front. The package should also feel of torque with 409 pound-feet from the engine and 108 pound-feet from the twin motor unit. Now, that direct drive motor at the engine also itself has 47 horsepower and 109 pound-feet of torque, but it's not figured into the total peak output. To make up for the weight of its comprehensive drivetrain systems, batteries, and cooling apparatus for the engine and its turbochargers, the NSX body structure is made of high-strength steels, aluminum castings, and sheet-molded composites. Its curb weight comes to 3,800 pounds, which isn't feather light, but it's an impressive feat considering all the hardware this car actually has. And while acceleration times haven't yet been stated, Acura says all this gives the new NSX a top speed of 191 miles per hour. While its power and acceleration specs are likely to be right in class with other supercar competitors, the 2017 Acura NSX is likely to offer fuel efficiency metrics for the daily drive they don't. These numbers haven't yet been announced. That 2017 Acura NSX is going to arrive sometime next calendar year. Exactly when we don't know yet, and the other thing we don't know yet is pricing. Now, it's going to cost a lot. I figure somewhere right around $100,000, give or take. If it's anything less, I'll be very surprised. In our test drives this week, I drove the 2015 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X off-road pickup. Now, you might be asking, why drive a truck so old in the market? And I asked myself that question too, but it was there, so I did. The Frontier as we have it today has been on the market for a decade with very few, if any, significant changes in styling, interior features, or powertrains. The same could be said for its chief competitor, the Toyota Tacoma, at least until this year. Test driving a well-outfitted Pro 4X off-road in the Texas backcountry showed me a few things I expected, such as the interior and feature content is getting a bit old and out of date. It simply doesn't offer much of the latest stuff you'll find in the new GM Twins Colorado and Canyon or the 2016 Toyota Tacoma. What did surprise me is how well it still competes in the area of chassis dynamics and handling in the rough. It still has a 2-speed transfer case with high and low modes and an electric locking rear differential. There's also hill start assist and descent control as well. While it doesn't have some of the more sophisticated toys found in the Tacoma TRD like crawl control and the like, its hardware is still robust and feels more solid than I expected out here over the more challenging terrain. Going with the Pro 4X adds Bilstein off-road shocks, more aggressive all-terrain tires, some nice-looking 16-inch alloy wheels, and a number of other off-road accoutrements like skid plates for the drivetrain bits and fuel tank. Power from its 4-liter V6 is the weaker of the class at 261 horsepower, and its 5-speed automatic transmission is now at the back of the class as well. But it still works well with better than expected torque feel and more refinement than I expected. As tested, our Pro 4X with a luxury package came in at $35,860, which is right up there with its competitors. And that might give some pause, as the others offer more of the latest stuff on the features list than does the Frontier. The Nissan Frontier is due for a complete makeover very soon, but I think we still have probably another year, maybe 2 to go before that happens. Bottom line is, I think that if capability and driving character might be more important than some of the gizmos, I think the truck's still worth a very close look. In a reality check, the Datsun brand launched in emerging markets a little over a year ago, and now they're getting ready to expand the reach. Emerging market is a term often given to third world countries, poorer nations where owning a car for most is a new concept, and even at entry level, an expensive one at that. For Nissan, the Datsun brand was a way to sell cheaper cars than they'd normally associate with their name. Over 100,000 of the Datsun Go model have been sold in India, Indonesia, Russia, and South Africa. Now the brand's looking to expand into other parts of Africa, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, and potentially beyond. And in that light, they showed the Datsun Go Cross concept at the Tokyo Motor Show last week, which takes their inexpensive Go and gives it the crossover treatment. The concept shows the vision of the expansion for their Datsun brand line. In the markets where the Datsun brand's been launched, Nissan's been celebrating the way the basic experience of owning a new car has transformed the lives of their owners and their families. It's a hard thing for us Americans to sometimes perhaps grasp, as we often take car ownership for granted. That said, our relative wealth as a nation still leaves many of us in search of basic, reliable, and inexpensive new vehicles that many brands operating here have moved up market from. Even Nissan. My point? I really do think there is a space here in North America for a bargain brand like Datsun. Now, the car makers don't think so, but they also complain about all these young people out there that carry their smartphones around and really don't care about cars. They don't even want to buy one. I think if there were new cars out there in the $8, $9, $10, maybe $11,000 price bracket that were nice, reliable, and safe, they just might bite. Just saying. Now, it's time for a money shot where we take the hottest photos from this week's auto news and we show it to you. Kia returns to SEMA this year, and this is the first hint at the mayhem that'll ensue. The Forte Coupe Mudbogger kinda has that schlepp car wonderbug thing going, doesn't it? But wait, there will be more. Well, that's it for Motoring Monday. Click on the link right there and subscribe to our YouTube channel. There I'll keep you updated on everything we do because we test drive one, sometimes two cars every single week. Plus we have a new video virtually every day. Also, follow us on the Google, Twitter, or that Facebook by clicking on the links down below or up on our website if you happen to be there. That's testdriven.tv. I'm Sam Haymart for Test Driven TV. I hope you enjoyed the ride.